Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gangsta commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday!
Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons, the show where we watch forgotten, lost, usually terrible cartoons from the 80s and 90s. I'm Nick. We got Joe and George. And with us back again is Roy Miles, the Ghetto Geppetto on Instagram, the creator of Hoodland, Hoodfoot. Welcome back, Roy.
Back for more.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes.
Was admiring your silk pajamas.
Oh yeah, this is that Hugh Hefner style.
Do you actually sleep in them? Like, do you sleep in them every single night?
Yeah, but not the same ones. But yes.
Oh, you have multiples.
Yeah, you don't want to sleep in silk pajamas.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know. I'm a naked sleeper, which I've talked about a lot on this show. So I'm a naked sleeper. So yeah, I don't know about this world of silk. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stab myself in the eye now. I remember that.
Oh, you don't have any questions? Oh.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right.
Less said, the better. Today,
I do have questions, but I don't want to ask.
No. Yeah.
Email me later.
Email me later. Yeah.
Today we are watching the Kid and Play cartoon. We've got it here on VHS, and I thought we'd get started with Kid and Play were commercial. They sold out from the start. They were just doing commercials right away. So here's one for Sprite. Let's start with this.
I like the Sprite in you. Hey yo, kid, where's the party? Check it out, I'm Kid, and I kid you not, I like the Sprite. I like the Sprite a lot. My name is Sprite, but I'm not playing, I like the Sprite. You know what I'm saying? I like to kick it live to a sound that's hype. I like to kick it too. I like the Sprite in you. I like the lime and taste. I like a pretty face. I like the lemon lime. You say that all the time. The lemon has the twist of unexpectedness. Like this. Who invited them? I don't know, but I'm with it. I like the Sprite in you.
All right, there we go. I like the Sprite in you. Kid Play, 1992. Joe, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask about Sprite. So Sprite has always adopted rap music as their
they were one of the
genre
early adopters.
But I was going to say, was Kid and Play the first? I can't remember anybody before that.
So I think that campaign, I remember this. I'm an old man, so I remember this campaign.
World 2.
And there were a few rappers around there where they did this yellow and green style on a white background, which was sort of reminiscent of the kind of music videos that were happening at that point. And that whole, man, they were very successful because of the House Party movie. And so they were definitely as clean as a rap group could be, I guess.
I remember Sprite did a Pete Rock and Seal Smooth. They had that, and I think they wrote an original song for it too, which was pretty cool. Right. I remember St. Ides too. St. Ides would have original hip hop.
Yeah, those commercials. There's mixtapes of those beats.
Are there?
They were classics.
Yeah.
They put. Not only did they put out mixtapes, but all those commercials were classic. DJ Pooh did a couple of those beats. Of course, there was the Wu-Tang one. The ones with Ice Cube. Yeah, those are great.
Give me that move, fool. It's a full-time jack move. St. Ides, more liquor, make the black move.
Nas did Sprite.
Nas,
and Crisscross, of course. The other
Crisscross. That was the weird.
Yeah, very commercial rappers.
I guarantee you the Crisscross happened around the same time.
Yep, same campaign.
But I feel like they did 50% super mainstream and then 50% cool ones. I remember seeing Drake on a billboard for Sprite, but I never saw the Drake commercial.
Yeah. He turns into a robot after he's in the booth. And he drinks it and it turns his head into a robot.
Really?
Like his ears come out. It's like he's got robo beats now.
I want to get into everybody's Kid and Play history, but first let's talk about if you got a cool mug or a cool cereal today, what's everybody eating or drinking?
What are you
I
eating today?
Yeah, I have a cool mug that Erica and Michael gave me this week. Look, they went to Holland and they brought me back this. It has a spoon for me to stir my vodka, and they also brought back some weird potato chips from Holland. Look at that, smoked sausage flavored chips, and they're delicious. And then a bunch of chocolate bars, because the Dutch apparently know how to live. So yeah, that's my fun mug.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat those chips in the bed?
Yeah, maybe.
And you're naked in that bed?
Usually.
More questions we don't want to. Yeah. Again, keep your questions to yourself about Joe's sleep.
Should never, because now everything you say, I'm going to have that horrible thing in my mind.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Keep them coming. Anytime you got a question.
Hey, I want to change the subject.
I'll send you pictures.
I didn't go with a mug. I'm back to, I found some, they're releasing fun new cereals, and this one kind of has a weird tie-in too. This is Nike Magic Fruity Pebbles that actually is a tie-in. Now, if Nike and Fruity Pebbles wasn't enough of a tie-in, LeBron James has Fruity Pebbles sneakers that have, like, you can see the little Fruity Pebbles pattern on the back there from Nike that you can enter to win. And this changes, even though they're like yellow and pink, they change the milk to be sort of purple. So that's the gimmick for these abominations. Magic Fruity Pebbles.
It's like an old shoe.
So
it seems like that box would be worth a lot of money.
Maybe, but I opened it.
You shouldn't have opened it.
Yeah, I know. I had to try it.
I feel like Hanna-Barbera is still getting paid, aren't they? They're still getting money, right?
They don't stop.
No.
Whoever owns them now.
They just put out a Scooby-Doo movie.
That's true. Yeah.
A new one.
Cranking them out. Roy, what do you have this morning?
Okay, so I did something special. I went to my neighborhood dollar store, which is now $1.25 store.
Oh boy,
and
inflation.
But I couldn't think of. They had so many cereals, so I had to get the multi-pack.
The sampler platter.
The sampler platter of generic dollar store cereals. And so now I have them all in a bowl here.
You put them all together. That's a suicide. We called it a suicide. Yeah.
This is a suicide. Cocoa balls.
Cocoa balls.
Apple bits.
Same
Alpha
font.
Jacks. Yeah.
Sugar flakes.
Yeah. All right.
Fruit rings,
Oh, okay.
And
Describes
of course,
what they are.
plain old toasted oats.
Okay, yeah. They all use the same font as the originals too, didn't they?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So I got milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit suicide here on the show.
Boy.
Let us know what you think.
The ratings are going through the roof.
I'm gonna tell you what, it smells awful.
That's how we like it here.
Is there any sort of does Nike have any sort of fruit rings shoe tie-in or no? Or
yes, it says on the back here, if you take 1,000 box tops, you can get a pair of fruity slides, which are slippers.
Yeah.
British Knights makes those, I think. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Christ.
Nice knowing you.
They call it a suicide for a reason.
Well, apple rings and chocolate.
All right, Godspeed, Roy. Okay. George, what are you drinking or eating this morning?
Oh, well, this is, if you remember from last week's episode of Laser Tag Academy, this is the kid who fell out of off a roof into a custom mug, into a trash can, and then when he got back up, he was covered in spaghetti and I believe half a grapefruit.
Okay.
Who can forget?
Very
Who can
rare.
Forget that
very
moment.
Rare.
Did you get that at the $1.25 store too?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Yes. It definitely has nothing to do with my laser printer that I'm touching right now.
It never does.
Or this duct tape.
Right.
It has nothing to do with that.
Never does.
All right, Kid and Play. 1989 is when they hit it big. Rolling with Kid and Play was they hit the top 30 on the hip hop charts. They had a follow-up single called Funhouse in 1990. And they were known with Kid having the high top fade, which reached, 10 inches tall at one point. That was a signature gimmick. And Play had 8-ball jackets he would wear, the leather jackets with the 8-ball on them. and they were the suburban friendly rappers basically of that time. So my parents, I think, probably okayed me to buy the CD back in the day. And I remember going to see House Party in 1990 because Roger Ebert liked it. I remember he defended House Party. Siskel did not like it. What does everybody remember about Kid and Play?
Well, I could imagine that Siskel was probably thinking, like, if these were my neighbors,
Right. Yeah.
I'm not. He's not fucking with that. So
Exactly.
like, that's why he was angry. Because
Exactly.
Siskel was never down. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
I remember a lot about these dudes because they were right in my prime. For me, it was high school year guys.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate from high school?
90.
Okay.
1990.
I'm 94. So yeah. All right.
There you go. Yeah. And I remember, I mean, they were always a fun group. I don't remember anybody ever saying, yo, those guys are corny like they would with Hammer, because even though they were sort of fun and fun loving, their kind of fun was not outside the realm of the bounds of hip hop. They wore the same kind of shoes people wore. People have those type of haircuts. And it wasn't like trying to be James Brown or somebody like that. So I thought they were great. Yeah. They were super fun. I didn't listen to their records. I didn't care. It wasn't like music that I would listen to, but I definitely knew. I watched their music videos, and the movies were great, man. The first House Party movie is great.
Yeah, there were 5 house parties, by the way, and I think Kid and Play were in 3 of them. Yeah, and then they made a cameo in 5. Yeah.
I've
seen one where they were definitely not in the movie.
Yes.
What did Siskel think of the others?
I didn't even get that far.
He loved them.
It was notable. The first one was like one of Martin Lawrence and Tisha Campbell were both in the first one and kind of stole the show. And it's also where, I mean, in the music videos, you get to see a little bit of their signature dance move, the Kid and Play kick step, or the funky Charleston. So I queued up a clip because I remember the dance move a lot. They were good dancers. From House Party. So Kid said that the reason they had to develop that is because they couldn't afford backup dancers in their first concert tour, so they had to develop
so become their own backup dancers.
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
So they had to get all the dance moves down. I also heard a funny story that Kid told fairly recently about how they were on tour. NWA would bring them on tour early on because NWA couldn't get into these like family-friendly venues, and Public Enemy too. So they would bring on Kid and Play because they're like, oh, these guys are safe. So they would book them at these. And then, they
the Trojan horse.
Yeah, exactly.
And then fuck the police.
And like all 3 groups were told like, hey, no swearing, whatever. And Kid and Play, they had one F word that was like, I think it was like fucking with in a song, and they changed it to messing with because they're like, we'll play ball. And then, of course,
the police.
Yeah.
That was
NWA got on, and they didn't play by the, they did their own thing. They didn't censor themselves at all, and they were kind of run off stage and had to hide in the tour bus while the cops came. And Ice Cube was making fun of, was basically saying to Kid, "Oh, is it mess the police now, or is it is it who you're messing with now? Is that the lyric? Okay, cool. All right. So." But yeah, so I guess they all were on that same tour. Like I remember you telling us Hammer would tour with everybody, back.
Yeah,
in the day,
it's the same thing. They all would go together. You got to think at that time. All those venues, those were new venues for a lot of for these sort of acts. So of course, man, you get some weird people on the tour together.
It wasn't like delineated like gangster rap goes on this tour. It was like everybody's on the same bill. Yeah.
Right.
So I was gonna say, it's like they're like dancey. Like you dance to Kid and Play. Like NWA, you don't dance to that. Yeah.
And I think the cool thing so if you look at House Party, you look at their music videos and even some of their other movies, they are more like not so goody two shoes. These are young guys trying to get laid, teen type movies, and we hadn't seen that in black teen movies, you know, you've seen Porky's and all these other movies, but you hadn't seen black teens having fun, having parties, and just doing hijinks before. That was completely new. I went to pajama parties because of their second movie. You know what I mean? So we all were, not just this pajama party, but there were huge pajama jammy jams because of the House Party 2 movie.
But I feel like this even like predates like Dazed and Confused, because I haven't seen House Party, but I watched the trailer before we started the show tonight, and I was like, oh, this is like a day in the life, or like a night in the life, or like a super bad, you know, like the yeah. But it predated all those. It was just like high school kids going out and like partying.
Yeah. Which in the 80s, we had tons of those movies, but not a lot of black kids in those movies.
Right, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked House Party when I went and saw it, and like the thing that they continued, because they did get their own Saturday morning cartoon as well in 1991 on NBC. It aired for a season, and Kid was always the more straight-laced, bookish one, at least in the, you know, the stereotype of the House Party movie, and then in the cartoon. And Play was more of the party guy trying to pull one over. And I have a clip that George found from the 1992 Daytime Emmy Awards, where Kid and Play are introducing the outstanding animated, you know, show category.
This is awesome.
Yeah, and they bring up a lot of other cartoons we've watched or should watch on this show.
This might be the way a headline in the show business paper Variety might introduce our next guests. High top, hip hop pop, flicks, rap mix, boffo, satmat. Of course, that can only mean one thing. These two talented young men are not only doing very well in music and movies, but they also starred in their own Saturday morning cartoon. Please welcome Kid and Play.
Now, on the road to success, everybody pays their dues, especially if you're in show business. True. You start as an extra, then a bit player, followed by a speaking role.
Then it's on to a featured player, and then a leading role, which can bring you stardom. And finally the pinnacle, to be cast in your own Saturday morning cartoon, which happened to us.
True. Yeah, you know, one week they drew 16,000 pictures of us just to walk across the room.
16,000?
Big room.
Yo, Ben, let's do it.
Well, my name's Kid, your name's Play.
I never knew it could be so much fun to be a cartoon.
Oh no, it's cartoon. Pro Star.
Yeah, watch Pro Star.
That one.
That explains it.
Come with us on a journey through Cartoon Land.
You can't escape. Okay, when do we start?
You're crushing my candy bar.
Oh, give me a break.
And you dig it.
Now stand back.
That's where I put my foot down. Listen to that voice.
I think I'm gonna like Cartoon Land.
Who knows?
Susan Lucci.
Susan Lucci, yeah.
The golden age, yes.
So like a lot of cartoons from this era, if they were based on famous people like Pro Stars or Hammer Man was like this too. They had to have the live action parts where you saw the people you recognize, and then they had other people voice the
Chuck Norris did that too. Yeah.
Why though? Why?
They were busy. They were on. I guess they were on tour. They couldn't. So yeah. And Martin Lawrence
the entire
actually
cast of Star Trek.
You're right.
Recorded that horrible cartoon in bathroom stalls at conventions.
Yeah, and same with Gilligan's Island. They had their cartoon. They all voiced them, but in the 80s, I guess they got away from that. But yeah, so you'll see Kid and Play live, and Martin Lawrence did a voice in the cartoon, but Kid and Play were not their own voices. Mother's Day is tomorrow, so this is a bit of a Mother's Day episode, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yo, Kid, those new moves we made up, they are hype. I'm telling you, man, I can't wait to perform. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Hold it, Play? What's the matter? Well, not quite. We had a problem. What's the problem? I decided to replace Joe tonight with another group. What? Sorry, you're just not pulling him in like you used to. Okay. Hey, here they come now. Excuse me. Play. Relax. Hey, how you doing, Salt? That's our room. Go right in. What's your room? Hey, Peppa.
Salt and Peppa.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh,
I'll be with you.
What's his shirt?
I think they're all Kid and Play shirts. Like that's you see, it's them.
Yeah. This is merch.
Yeah,
I liked it. Yes, exactly.
I like Kid's tank top too. It's a Kid and Play
I'll be
tank
with you in
top.
a minute. You got to.
I'd wear that.
Wait a minute, I like to use the play. Relax.
It's all room. What are you talking about?
Look, relax. You just ain't packing them in like you used to, right?
Wait a minute.
Look,
I don't
it's out of my
understand.
hands. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's out of your hands?
Out of my hands.
It's out of your hands? Check these hands out.
Man, this is some jumping party play. Man, I wish my.
And then it gets into the cartoon. Now I've
Did you
watched.
just say that this is some fucking
That's what I
party?
keep hearing.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it might be Pumpin' Party, but it sounds like. Well, take a
It's
listen.
a fucking party.
Man, this is some jumping party.
Wait, back it
play.
up. Wait, sorry, I stepped on it. Sorry.
Man, this is some jumping party play. Man, I wish my father would let me have parties like this in my basement.
Yeah. How'd you get your folks to let you do this on a school night and all? Simple.
Oh, that's Tommy Davidson.
That's Tommy Davidson.
Yeah, he was a
Tommy
voice
Davidson.
in this too.
Wow, this is like an all-star cast here, huh?
Yeah.
My dad's at work.
I mean, 90s wise.
What? Man, I can't believe anybody's mom would fall for that.
Yo, play your mom's coming, boy.
Thanks, Wiz.
All right, places, everybody. See my look, my see. See what, Leela? They're having a party down here. Good evening, Mrs. Martin. Hello, kids. What? I don't believe this.
It is sort of the weird science plot of.
Well, Nick, but I don't. Maybe you explained this. I just wasn't listening. But do they have superpowers or something?
No.
Like Hammerman had superpowers. Do they
No
have any
superpowers.
They have nothing.
Okay.
Talking
Nothing.
dune buggy.
So they're
Nope,
just
no
like
talking
how they
dune
are.
Yeah,
They do
they
have a weird dog.
age. They do have a weird dog.
Do they have? Does the dog talk?
It makes
It's
noises.
slightly anthropomorphic.
Okay, Scooby Doo like. Okay.
Ish.
All
Yeah,
right.
you'll see that the dog is somewhat.
But no
more than a dog.
spaceships, no
They-
like lasers.
But they
No,
aged
no,
them down
no.
to high school, so they
Right.
kind of same
Okay.
personalities, but now they're in high school.
Got it.
Come on, Mom, can't you see this is all a fake? Oh, now, Leela, stop being silly.
Hi, Mom. Were we making too much noise with our studying?
Oh, no, son, not at all. Now, can I get you and your friends some more refreshments?
Mom? Why, Mom? That would be wonderful.
Fine, dear, fine, dear. I need to go to the grocery store anyway. And Leela will help me carry things back.
Thanks, Mom.
Come on, Leela, dear, and be nice to your big brother for a change.
What have I done to deserve this?
They're not
They do that
magical.
same thing.
Yeah, but they do have turntables that'll become guests.
Yo, play. You handled that like a master. I mean, really big time. I'm telling you.
Look how long they high five for.
The
That's a
animator,
long high five, bro. Starting to
The
get
anim-
uncomfortable.
the animator was like, "We can take a little break here."
And like notably, they just added a bunch of dialogue over a still shot because they're like, we don't have to animate the mouths here. So.
And his mom is gross.
Yeah. I like that little gray streak. Yeah.
Yeah, she brought your story
Can we
all
do
the
this
way.
at the end of the episode?
Yeah, we'll
we
do
got
that.
a
Yeah.
virtual high five.
I've gotta admit, you have your mom wrapped around your little finger.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Play. Look, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, later, playboy.
I'll be sure to close that basement door behind you guys. All right. Oh, man, Jazzy, you scared.
It looked like there's a weird animation frame in here.
Yes,
Look
there's
at-
like a thread on the.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah, a
Oh,
piece
yeah.
of tape maybe.
Yeah, it's almost like the actual
That is a
cell.
ghost.
Yeah, it's a ghost. Yeah. It's like the
It's an
three
actual
men and a
ghost.
baby thing.
Man,
You make a wish
Jazzy,
when you see that,
scared
too.
me,
It's like a
man.
shooting star.
What are you still doing here? Don't you have a home to go to?
I just wanted to ask you, how did you get so cool and all?
Well, Jazzy, I can understand your admiration. I mean, I am the master of cool, and
Yeah, like most of us kids have been walking around all month sweating over that big science project that's due in school next week.
science project? There's a science project due next week?
Yeah, you know, the big one that determines our grade for the year. It's due on Monday.
But today's already Thursday.
Man, that
Did he just run out of his own house?
Also kind of bug. Boy,
Not sure whose house that was.
Death party at Play's house. The best
This is
party
post
to
house
play
party,
can do
right?
any-
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
so you see the dog? It's almost like, remember how Mr. T's dog also had a mohawk?
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe they're from the same litter.
This could be the same breed, maybe. Yeah.
Thinking his mom lets him get
Mr.
away
T's
with
dog
it.
didn't have sunglasses though.
Well,
I sure wish my mom was around. Moms are kind of cool. I mean, I like Pop just fine, but he can get kind of cranky. Hey, I wonder where he is tonight. God, he must be working late. Good old Pop.
I think Mr. Cool, didn't Fonzie's dog have sunglasses? So we
Yeah.
have it's a combination of Mr. T's dog and Fonzie's dog.
Does the dog have magical powers? Or
He may not be as much fun as Play's
think so.
mom.
All right.
But he's giving us a cool home to live in. Nice.
There's a nightcap.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Extra long one, cover up the fade.
I see the influence.
Yeah. Oh. Classic sleeping attire. You have a silk one, right, Roy?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Monogrammed.
Cut that ugly hair. And Mildred,
Soundtrack is a little distracting.
Hey, kid. Sorry
I was
I'm late,
thinking
but
the
I had to
same
pick
thing.
up your Aunt Mildred at the airport. She's gonna be staying with us this weekend.
Kid, before this weekend is over, I'm gonna give you a nice short haircut.
But I promised my friend Play I'd stay over his house this weekend.
Son, do you have to do it this weekend?
Oh, yeah, I promised. Ah! Shucks. I'll take that, thank you. Gotta go, Pop. See you Monday. Bye, Aunt Mildred. Later.
Kid! And just where do you think you're going?
At least I'll have the satisfaction of giving him a bath.
Oh, he has a necklace too.
Oh, yeah. That might be the coolest dog we've seen in a cartoon so far.
We should rank the coolness of dogs in cartoons at
Agreed.
some point.
Make him help me.
Season
Even if I
finale.
have to beg for his help. You doofus!
You jerkface! Why don't you look where you're...
Kid, Play. I need a favor. Sorry, you first. No, you first.
No, you go first.
No, you go ahead.
You!
Okay. Play, I need a big favor. I'll do anything for you if you let me stay at your place this weekend.
Anything?
Anything.
Kid, my man, this is your lucky day.
The music is just mixed way too loud.
So Play, what was it you wanted me to do for you?
Oh, nothing big. We'll talk about it later. Hardly worth mentioning, really.
Yeah.
Play, you are one.
Can't hear a word.
It's hyper distracting. I tried to watch some other episodes. It's just like,
Yeah. It's just, it's not mixed very well at all.
I mean,
I guess you got to buy the Blu-ray.
That's what the 4K UHD release.
Just give them the ability to fly, please, or something. Like I want them to shoot lasers, or I want them to they can run fast. I don't know, anything.
Sounds like you want Rickety Rocket is what you want.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Tell us about Rickety Rocket, Roy. I don't know it.
I have no clue who
Rickety Rocket was okay. So black cartoons. Fat Albert was like, this was the goalpost of black cartoons.
That reached us.
They kind of went away.
Yeah.
It reached everyone, but then they tried to do it again after Fat Albert kind of faded away. And one of the things they did was they created a Hanna-Barbera show called Rickety Rocket, which is the same crime fighting formula, but it's in the future, like a Jetsons type future, which Hanna-Barbera has plenty of back plates and animation sales left for that. But they make a car out of junk, a flying car, because they're in the future and they solve crimes in space with Rickety Rocket, who is basically Speed Buggy, right? It's basically a talking car.
Rickety Rocket, blast off! It's Rickety Rocket and the gang. Cosmo.
We got to have you back on and watch Rickety Rocket. This is a huge.
Well,
news.
okay. So Michael and Erica, who gave me the sausage chips, I went over to their house to grab all this stuff, and they have the complete collection of all Hanna-Barbera everything up on a shelf, and they showed it to me. So maybe I can get it from them, or I don't know, Roy, if you have it, like we could,
I do not have Rickety Rocket, but
they probably have Rickety Rocket.
I've seen sales for sale at conventions, and I haven't pulled the trigger. Now that I've said it out loud on the internet, everybody's going to buy it. It's like Bitcoin.
Here it comes. Yeah, it's the new
Gosh,
Bitcoin.
darn it.
Rickety Rocket is the new Bitcoin.
Rickety Rocket, that was a good one.
Time for commercial break. George, what have you got queued up for us?
Well, Roy, the last time you were on, you discussed the relative lack of black action figures in toy stores when we were growing up. So here are some of the few commercials from that era that feature black action figures.
Oh shit.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
It's the world's greatest superhero collection, featuring Batman and the other half of the dynamic duo, Robin. The Hulk, that green superhero, he's fully posable. Falcon, the winged black superhero. Shazam and Iron Man. The world's greatest superhero
That was
collection.
it, really.
Each superhero
One out of
action figure sold
6.
separately from Mego.
That's the
Good job,
pattern
George.
you'll see here.
The Force is back. The rebels won't tire till they see the last of the Empire. And Kenner's there with Star Wars Return of the Jedi Collection.
I'm gonna feed you to Starlock Pit, Skywalker.
Klaatu, Weequay, Luke Skywalker, and Lando Calrissian, each sold separately.
Air the plank, Weequay. Surprise, surprise, I'm Lando in disguise. Let's get out of here, Luke. Whoa, the plank is falling. Help!
Klaatu, Weequay, Luke Skywalker, and
My
Lando
commercial worked
Calrissian
on
action
me.
figures, each sold separately
Oh,
from
it
Kenner's
worked,
Star Wars Return of the
I
Jedi
had
Collection.
Lando, yeah.
Yeah.
Computer subspace transmission to Starfleet Command from Enterprise. Stardate 45481.4. It's a single blast. Source unknown. Lieutenant Worf checks weapon systems. Captain Picard orders full shields from Lieutenant LaForge in engineering. Suddenly there is an alien presence on the ship. It's one of the Borg, a hostile robotic life form. Commander Riker returns phaser fire.
Star Trek, the next
Barely
generation
saw
of action
Lamar.
figures from Playmates.
Which is the real Ninjor? Evil master of martial arts. Will Clamp Champ get a hold of him? Figures sold separately. New from the Masters of the Universe. Ninjor and Clamp Champ. Evil skill against steel grip.
Clamp Champ.
Oh, I'd buy that.
He's getting mad.
Yeah.
He's getting mean. He's bringing the blood for the G.I. Joe team.
That's right, it's William the Refrigerator Perry.
The bridge is destroying G.I. Joe.
Hey, you can get a free fridge. Here's how.
Collect 5 fridge certificates or call the number on the certificate and the fridge will tell you how to get in on the action with only 4 certificates. There's a $1 handling charge. See details on specially marked G.I. Joe packages.
Watch out, Cobra. Fridge is coming through.
Go, Joe!
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine they just sent out actual refrigerator. What the fuck?
That is a coveted G.I. Joe. And the 80s were a weird time when you had a professional wrestler, Sergeant Slaughter was in the G.I. Joe universe, and then a football player, too.
Exactly.
Well, and it was a weird time, too, because I was brought up in a Green Bay Packer family. And I don't know, there's just no denying the fridge was like, he's the Bear, which is like a rival of the Packers. And it was just like, oh, I love him. And like Walter Payton and Jim McMahon was like, you couldn't deny that you loved that Bears team that year.
Yeah.
I watched that and I'm just like, oh, that was my team for 1 year when the fridge was on it. So
that happens in sports, right? Where a team is doing so well that everybody just kind of falls in love with that team, even though they hate the franchise.
You can't help it. Yeah, you like the personality. Yeah.
I love fridge.
I happen to live in a town where everybody fell in love with the Warriors. Everybody loved Steph because he was just a little guy, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, the
I love
David
him
and
too."
Goliath syndrome. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to get back
George,
to
thank you. You are the man, George. I just want to give George his props. I feel like you leave George in this weird boiler room. And
No, this is where Mr.
your
Freeze.
secret laboratory. Oh, okay.
Mr. Freeze keeps his wife.
Okay.
But unfortunately, he's tapped out. Those were the only black action figures ever made. So
right,
that's
well, you went deep. I appreciate
good
that.
research.
Most disturbing was the number of white hands that were holding the black action figures. It was
Black kid. Yes.
Yeah, it's not very inclusive.
I think
when
there's
they were
a black
casting.
kid. there's a black kid in the Alien action figure, the 12-inch doll commercial, I believe.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
When they're in the den. Maybe.
We're not completely
Maybe.
tapped out then.
All right. Write that down, George.
More for next time. Yep.
Next time, yes.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
So Kid wants to go, his aunt Mabel or whatever wants to cut his hair, so he's got to go live at Play's house, and Play needs his help with a science report. So that's where we're at.
I mean, none of us have been paying attention, so yeah.
You couldn't hear any dialogue anyway, so I'm just catching everybody up.
We'll trust you on this one.
Kid, breakfast's ready. Be right down, Mom. Ooh, kid, you're gonna love it here. Remember, I got my mom wrapped around my little finger.
All right, I can't hear you over the soundtrack.
What? Mom, turn it down. Kid, you already know my sisters, Terry and the Bride of Frankenstein.
And how did my big boy do with his studying last night?
Just fine, Mom. I studied all the important stuff.
See, I think I would buy the mom's action figure.
Writing and rapping. Leela?
I like her.
In fact,
I like the gray
I'm helping
streak.
Kid
I
here
like the
do a
gray
science
streak.
project this
I'm into
weekend.
that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I mean, yes, Play's being most helpful.
Play, that's so nice.
Oh, Ma, come on. Kid is a straight A student. He doesn't need Play's help.
Leela, now I think it's wonderful that your brother has something to offer a good student like Kid.
Yeah, right.
Kid, in my family.
I don't know what that gesture means, but yeah, that is the Scooby-Doo, like going into the air before you jump.
Right.
Like, diddly-diddly.
I think that's a prostate.
Oh, that's a sound that it makes when they give you a prostate check.
That's the science project that they're going to work on.
Yeah. Anybody who's in their 40s or going in their 50s, you're going to know that sound.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm 46. I haven't had it yet. So
well, Play was ahead of his time here with this little
all
gesture.
right.
Kid, in my family, my rule is always put off today what Leela can do tomorrow. So don't volunteer for anything, you dig?
But I don't mind doing things for your mom. She reminds me of my mom. It's neat to have a mother and sister.
Wait, was that an insult? Oh.
No, his mom's passed away, so he's
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
This is a very special episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is a very special.
They're all very special.
Don't screw it up, all right?
All right, all right. I'll do just this one thing, and that's it.
All right, just this one thing.
I don't mind cleaning up around the house, and any way I can, I help Play's mom out. Or wash the dishes, cut the hedges, and mowing the lawn. Play's lucky just to have a mom, cause I don't have one to tell me come eat son. I bet it would be fun, but I'm left without one. Sure,
Whoa, did that dish disappear?
What happened to the plate?
Disappeared. Yeah.
He eats
Wait,
so fast.
Back it up. I missed it. There's so much going on right now. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, here's
yeah,
the
yeah.
plate. I didn't notice this. Let's look. Yeah. There's a
Boom.
lot.
Oh,
I made you some invisible cake, baby. What the fuck?
There are special powers in here. There are magical powers.
Giant lemons.
Wow.
Yes. Plate disappears.
I wonder if Kid actually was rapping this, or probably not. They probably just had the voice over.
Oh, that is not him.
Yeah.
That's the voice actor guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, like, why the fuck was that guy rapping?
Yeah, shouldn't have been.
Be fun, but I'm left without one.
oranges are a
Sure,
little
I wash
too
the car, no problem. I wax the floor. I even help moms at the grocery store. Now Play, don't get mad cause I'm helping your mother. Tease me all you want, but you're a lucky brother.
It kind of sounds like he's trying to smash Play's mom.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this.
That was my thinking.
I think the undercurrent of that whole song is I'm trying to smash. I'm trying to be your stepdad best friend.
And you know what? I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, you're into that.
I would have tried immediately.
I'm right there with him.
I wish I had a mom.
I wish I had a mom.
To sleep with.
I wish I had a mom.
I like shirtless Kid.
Wow. And that painting technique is amazing. Just
Oh, yo, he really trying to smash.
No, there's so
He's
much
like
going
really
on
like,
here. Yeah.
I'm so sweaty.
right. So it's up and down against the grain, right?
Yeah.
He's going against
I brought
the
you
grain.
lemonade, kid. And then one thing leads to another.
And then it's for the mom. And
This is a good show.
I'm on board now. Yeah.
I wish I had a milk.
Now he's painting the brick.
Yeah, back it up. Back in there.
He's fucking that brick up.
No. You don't know. Leave the brick leave the rocks.
So many animation errors in this thing.
His dad's driving up like, look at my dumbass son.
Yeah. What's he doing painting the brick?
Kid never did that kind of chore.
Oh, now he's so many errors. So many errors.
That car is backwards. He drives it backwards.
There must have been teams working on different backgrounds.
No,
and they
you know
didn't
what it
communicate
is?
at all.
This is towards the end of the cartoon, so they're all getting tired, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's just like whatever. He can paint the
car.
brick.
It's a car. Go.
Oh, you think this is towards the end, Joe?
You can still know which way a car goes. Who
We
cares?
got a long way to go.
Oh boy.
Gosh, Mildred, kid never did that kind of chore at home.
Jim never has a second cup
Now
of
help me
coffee
get
at
the
home.
science experiment up and running.
Well, I mostly have it set up.
Oh.
All right.
Forgot about this B story here.
All right, when it's finished,
I guess if there's a
it'll take
superpower,
sound
kid
input
is
from the
kind of
tape
a
deck,
inventor.
digitize it into the computer data, and then turn the sound into visual images on this TV here.
You mean I'll be able to see when I rap? Oh, cool.
Even better. When we put this laser projector on the roof of the house, we'll be able to create a light show in the sky at night.
Whoa, I'll get an A+ in science for this. Let's get to it, Dukes.
Song number 2.
What's up? The kid is back. I heard you missed me.
This is a kid play song.
Yeah.
This is one of their songs?
So they created a device that opened a portal to another dimension.
Yeah, that's what's happening here. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what's happening.
Yep.
Got it.
But it goes awry.
Multiverse.
It usually does.
If the kid can get loose and tiptoe on the beat like a tightrope, goes with high hopes, gets up and they might choke suckers. You know they're on a mission. Rhyme cut like X-ray vision, man. Just listen to the competition stumbling as the bass starts rumbling. MC's reps start crumbling. The pieces will feel the beat. Heard releases outside the hotel line. Jesus, no need to rehearse. Kid and play coming in first with the bang.
A lot of potential gifts here.
Well, I had a little accident at my
I
house.
feel like they invented the Running Man, didn't they? Or maybe MC Hammer did, but like I feel like they did it a lot.
I don't think either one of those cats did, but Running Man was, it was prime. Running Man, Roger Rabbit, all those dancers were.
Yeah.
This is also. There is a lot of. I thought the same thing. I watched this episode the other day because I like torturing myself, and I was like, "Yo, there's some prime meme material up in this episode."
These we gotta get our GIF makers on this because there's a ton.
Exactly. Yeah. This is
Fuck his Hammerman, all this explosions going on. He could have saved the day.
Hammerman too.
Well, I had a little accident at my house, and now my mom's mad at me, and I kind of don't want to make her madder until I clean up the mess and take my science course all over again and get a passing grade.
Okay, Play wants to clean up his act and go home when he's a new person.
New like how?
From now on, I am never going to take my mom for granted again.
I devote
That's
my life
right.
to Jesus Christ.
And he did. He became a born again.
He became a pastor.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he really?
Yes.
Hammer
Oh,
did too,
wow.
actually. Yeah, it must have been something about that
Must
lifestyle
have been.
or
Or the taxes.
that could be
Yeah,
it
I was gonna
too,
say that's
yeah.
where the money is. I think that
I don't think anybody should take anybody for granted in life.
So Dad, can I have Play stay for a while?
Son, I'm so happy to have you back here. You can do anything you want. It's okay with me.
No kidding?
It's a little Jeffrey Wright here, I think. I don't know. Maybe the beard, no hair.
Yeah, I can see it.
If
Yeah.
they make the Kid and Play cartoon the movie, I want Jeffrey Wright to play the
Jeffrey
dad.
Wright has to be the dad.
Yes.
I thought this was the Westworld cartoon.
Yeah.
No kidding? Dad, you seem different.
Good. Now, is there anything I can get you? Some soda, some new records, ice cream, anything?
Gee, Papa, a soda would be fine.
One soda coming right up.
You know, Play, your place was
Fuck you,
fun.
Play. No soda for you,
I think
boy.
I'm kind of glad to be back home.
Kid, you ought to be.
Wait. Oh, back it up.
Yeah.
Look at his hands
Mhm.
and back it up even more. One
Okay.
more. One
Yep.
more. Keep going back.
Oh,
Keep going back. Look at look at
Whoa! Oh
It's
my
Beelzebub.
God!
How is he doing that? Oh my
They
God.
do have powers.
They do. Yep. It's been revealed. It's magic. Good eye. Good eye all around.
Kid, you
always
ought to
there.
be. It seems like you have your dad wrapped around your little finger.
I guess.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna like staying here.
Oh no, here we go again.
You trying to smash his dad?
Is the roof
Oh,
on this
what? What's the table? Yeah.
So y'all ready to do this? We're gonna go on stage and rock.
All right. Together?
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Yeah. 5 people.
I guess that was an ending. And then this is from one of their music videos.
Music videos, right?
Yeah, their first one. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
shot in Brooklyn. They're from New York.
Right.
It looks like the
And so
set of Do the Right Thing. Like
So when you see this, when that music video came out, you could never be like, "Oh, this is corny," because it's just it's so fun,
Yeah.
and it's not fun in like the Hammer way where it's just a bunch of performers. This is
Right.
everybody in their neighborhood going crazy, and it looks super fun, you know. And
Yeah.
that's where hip hop came from, is street parties. So that that was all legitimate to people. Nobody thought that's weak, you know. It was cool.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Not the cartoon though.
The
No,
cartoon
the
might
cartoon is different.
have been a
Yeah.
step. So yeah, here
Look
you
at
can
Martin
see
Lawrence.
Don Lewis, Martin Lawrence, Tommy
David- wow.
Davidson. Yeah.
I mean, Jack Angel was in there too.
I mean, Ray
Free
Pryor.
Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1990.
The Bond getting that check.
Yeah. So I have a game that we can play now. As we all know, oh, first of all, the name of the game is Place That Apostrophe. So the thing I was fascinated about is that when you do,
Oh, I've played this before.
when you do, you can, you can put the apostrophe at a number of different places because, of course, we know that the apostrophe takes the place of letters. So and.
Right.
Could
Right.
go on either side or could go on both
Side, okay.
sides. A Kid and Play decided to go with before the N.
But it wouldn't go on both sides, though, right?
It could
because
because
oh, it could. Okay.
it's so given the options before, after, or both sides, I want you to tell me. I want you to place the apostrophe on the following products or things. Okay.
Okay.
So just shout it out. Guns N' Roses.
After the end.
All right. Let's take a look. And that's right, after the N, which seems grammatically incorrect, but I think it works. But yeah,
It looks okay.
yeah, it looks okay. All right, Roy's on the board with one.
All right. Nice work.
Linens and things. What do you think?
Well,
Before.
Yeah, I was gonna say before left. Yeah, there's a space for it. So.
Okay. That's right. The sound effect from Scrabble, by the way.
It looks like it's modifying the S, not the N.
Yeah, it does. It's closer to the S, isn't it? Shouldn't it like
Yeah.
it be pointed towards
It
the
almost
N?
looks like the linens are possessing the things.
Yeah. Well, there's
It's
a reason.
horrible
Yeah.
kerning.
Yep, it is.
Terrible font choice.
They
It's
went
a
out of
horrible
business
logo.
for a reason.
And that's a terrible name for a store.
Yeah.
Don't call it linens and things.
I mean, that's
It
all
should be
things in the
linens
universe.
and thangs with an A.
Oh, that's where they would have got. Yeah.
All right.
All right,
I would
now
have gone to that store.
Shake and bake. Where's the apostrophe here? Place it.
I always go left.
Joe's saying before the end.
Yeah, that's where the space
Oh.
is, seems to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say after just to be
Getting
contrary.
different. Okay. All
I
right. Let's
like
find
it.
out.
I respect it.
Before on Shake and
Yep.
bake. All right.
Yeah,
Yes, it's always
obviously.
before. It's always on the before.
What about Clear All Nice and Easy? Not a lot of room
Oh.
around the end on this one.
Oh,
so-
that's after. That's easily after. Although they might be trying to justify it to the right, so maybe that's a trick, right? Like,
well,
they wanted
yeah.
to justify so that they're placed. I'm gonna say before.
Okay.
See, I made a promise to myself, and I said that I will always go before. I will always go to the left of the N. So before.
Right. George?
Yep. I'm going after the N in ammonia.
Interesting choice. Let's find out. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a before. Yeah. So they just kind of snuck it in up there. Okay.
It mirrors the I, sort of.
They never respect the D in that, right? They never respect the D.
No one respects the D, bro.
For good reason. All right. So this is I've been on this. This is the rock and roller coaster at the theme park. It was a Universal.
Here goes Nick bragging again.
Yeah.
I've been on this ride. I have a funny story about this ride.
Oh.
We went there with my family. My kids were little, and my wife had gone on it before with my older daughter, and I was in the back a little bit behind them. And we get to the loading station, and my wife comes running to this, like they have a fake chain link fence because it's supposed to be the back behind the club, right? And she yanks on, she goes, "Don't let Lily on that ride. It's too scary." And she just burst into tears.
What?
They were like, and I turned around, they're loading her on, and I'm like, "What?" And as we get off, she's totally freaked out. I was like, you just scarred our child for life, right? Like, they're gonna kill her in there.
So it was too late to get her off at that point.
She is afraid of
But did she just realize? Did she just realize all of a sudden, like, oh, wait a second? She's just like in those 4 minutes that passed, like she was like,
right.
Oh yeah, she freaked out.
That's dark and scary. She only freaked out because her mom screamed at her. And I'm gonna go left on the N.
Okay.
Always left for me. Always left for me.
They recently had to change the video that Aerosmith shot for this because one of the guys in the band thought he'd be sneaky and was giving the shocker symbol during it.
Nice.
And somebody found it out. It went viral, so they had to airbrush it out or reshoot it or something. So real funny.
That stuff is hyper HD. That projection of them in that booth.
Yeah, it looks like they're in the recording studio.
Yeah. And also, on the way, right? The microphone looks dong-like. It looks dong-like.
Interesting. Maybe another hidden message.
There's of these.
Well, let's find out here where the apostrophe. Check this
Doubles!
out. We got a double.
Doubles.
We got a double on Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster.
That sounds like 0 points for anybody.
Yeah, I think no one got points on that one. Steak and Shake.
Aerosmith got points on that one.
I didn't trust your
Steak and Shake
airbrushing ability.
After.
Before. Left.
Both.
Always.
We're going both. Okay, let's find out.
I want to say both. I want to say both. Both.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Not too late. Not too late. Here we go. Ready?
No, both.
And
before.
it was before. It was over the end.
Are you sure it's not just on it?
It's weird. It's a weird apostrophe.
Honestly, it almost says steak in shake.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, right. It could be.
Yeah,
because it's just taking out a letter before.
Whose autograph is that at
It's
the bottom? By who?
The guy who invented steak.
Head Steak and Shake. Yep.
By Big Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bighorn Steak and Shake.
That's
greater.
Bigfoot.
Yep.
Looks like a beautiful area right next to a power transformer too.
That's how
all right. Last one. In sync. Where's the apostrophe?
Oh, don't do this to me.
No, I'm going to say no apostrophe.
I think it's to the right. I think it's to the right on this one.
Yeah.
Even though I should say left, I'm going right on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going right.
Roy gets it. Not technically an apostrophe. It's a star.
That's what I thought. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew they didn't have an apostrophe.
It did go before. So that's how you place the apostrophe.
It's a new grammatical. It's a new grammatical feature. Is the star, right?
Right.
You can
I
put
think
that
so.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only boy bands are allowed to use it. So
Got it.
Got it. Have to be platinum.
Right.
At least platinum. Yeah.
Good to know. All right.
So yeah, that's the Kid and Play cartoon. What did everybody think?
I would say forgettable, pretty forgettable. And the only reason I say that is because nobody had superpowers except for the magical hand that appeared on the right shoulder and the plate that disappeared. Besides that, yeah, I'm not for it. Yeah, I can't get into it. Yeah.
George
the painting
Roy?
of the rock. The painting of the rock was. I'll never forget that.
The painting of the rock. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's like it's the kind of cartoon that it hurts to watch. Like when you were a kid and you would watch a show and you got the feeling like, yo, I'm just watching this because it's a fucking cartoon. It's awful. Like this is, there was never a time anybody thought this was good. But all these rap shows that happened, I do love, in all actually any of these celebrity driven shows, I do love the vignettes of the actual people. I'd rather watch a supercut of vignettes versus ever watching that cartoon again.
That's a good idea.
Right.
We should put all the skits together. Maybe it'll make some like movie if we edit all those together.
Because and at the time, seeing Salt and Pepper on TV, you're never going to see them. They have Tony. They have a list of really cool people in those little funny, lame skits.
I feel like their competition at the time was the DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, right? I mean, like that was their competition at around the same
clean
time,
cut.
Right.
Well, you think about the people that got shows. LL Cool J had a show. Queen Latifah had a show. Kid and Play had their cartoon show. Who else? Hammer, of course. Those and Kid and Play. And Will Smith. So all those people, most of those people, except for Kid and Play, are still like out there doing stuff on a high level, a visible level. I think Kid and Play, they still do stuff, but not level.
So I was going to say the update is like in 2021. So peak pandemic, they played The Gathering at the Juggalos.
Nice.
It's a gig.
Kid and Play did?
Kid and Play did, yeah. Play did it. And they
what?
Kid from Kid and Play is on Cameo. So for $99, he'll give you a message. And he did a local commercial for Suits.
What does Kid from Kid and Play do when he needs to get fly? I'm glad you asked. SW Suits, baby. Oh, yeah. Right here in Carson, but they got more stores than that.
Like, they have good comedic timing. Like, they are funny together, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So why not? Why not keep it alive and try to find something new?
Yeah, I think their problem is that rap went in a different direction. So, like, their niche of being fun time rappers, they couldn't do that anymore. And they didn't have a jump off to be something different. I guess what's the movie where they're in school?
Class Act.
And Class Act, they're not rappers in that. And that could have been a jump off, but that wasn't like hyper successful. But they should have gotten into marijuana.
You're right. They could have had their own.
They missed the
brand.
boat.
They should have got into weed and gotten that red and meth.
They missed the marijuana boat.
They missed the weed boat.
Yeah.
They played themselves.
Like a lot of people, they should have gotten into marijuana.
Should have gotten into marijuana.
So
I tell my kids.
We learned that. George, did you learn anything?
Oh, I definitely learned something today. All too often in life, we are given two seemingly opposed options from which to choose and struggle to reconcile our conflicting feelings. This apparent mutual exclusivity of such choices is maddening, and we select with a certainty that neither will be wholly satisfying. But often we are blinded to the fact that both options can actually be attained. For example, we may think about how to interact with others. We may fool or ridicule, joke or tease them. In other words, we may kid. Or we may have fun or frolic with them. That is, we may play. So in life, we may wonder, do we kid or do we play? Well, two young men demonstrated the fallacy of that false choice. So today we thank Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin, better known as Kid and Play, for showing us you really can have it all. Because like I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Well played. Good job. Good
I'll
job.
stir to that. I'm going to stir to that.
I believe I said, I said Kid and Play rather than Kid and Play.
Sorry. It's apostrophe N.
So just forget everything I said. That was, I didn't learn anything.
Invalidated.
Delete.
So, Roy, I always enjoy your Instagram. You are an animator, a puppeteer, a music video director. What else is going on for you lately?
I've been making some longer format stuff that I haven't shown many folks. And I'm really now, just because the pandemic's over, focusing on pitching it to like networks and stuff like that. I have more like a pitch reel happening and that sort of thing. The algorithm isn't fun, and I'm tired of chasing the algorithm. So
join the club.
Yeah, if you figure it out, let us know.
Well, where can people find it? Like, is it on your website?
You can go to follow us Ghetto Geppetto on Instagram. You can go to YouTube /Hoodland. You can go to TikTok, which is Ghetto-Geppetto, I believe. No, it's Hoodfoot. I'm sorry. It's
Hoodfoot. Yes. Beloved
Hoodfoot on
Hoodfoot.
TikTok.
Yeah.
There he is back there.
There he is.
And we just I'm going to be starting some live streams with these guys watching the television back there. So sort of commenting on terrible little movies and stuff. Yeah. And we'll be at the Game of Shrooms in Oakland, California, June 11th, live and in person for a meet and greet for the Game of Shrooms.
When is that? Is that coming up?
It's coming up on June 11th. It's at Children's Fairyland, but it's an adult night at Children's Fairyland. And you will meet many people, and we are guests there. So
let's have you back. We got to watch that space cartoon with the junk.
We got to watch Rickety Rocket.
Rickety Rocket.
Maybe some other stuff. There's I watched every cartoon. Yeah, even the worst.
Yeah, you seem to know more about this than we do. So actually, you show us up every time you're a guest on the show. Thanks for coming back, Roy, and happy Shaturday, everybody.
Happy
Saturday.